tell me why every day I go out looking adorable, tits bouncing, skin glistening, and yet nobody ever hits on me or approaches me. Ever. Oh my God, like please. I'll take a fucking construction worker catcall at this point.
You women did this to yourselves. For a long time, you've been going on and on about how you hate it when men approach you and how you hate being catcalled. We have listened to your pleas. No more approaching until further notice. We're out.
Not to sound arrogant, but I like to think that I'm a pretty attractive woman, but I never get approached by men. And I mean never. They will stare a hole through my head, but they never speak to me, and I have no idea why.
You might have something in your face. You can't be too sure. Anyway, men would prefer to look at you and not approach. Better to admire and move on than to approach and catch a case. It's common sense. We men have realized women aren't worth the headache anymore. We've given up. We stopped trying. And now we stay at home, learn how to cook from scratch, fix our cars, change fluids, and renovate the house. We're basically doing our thing and saving ourselves a ton of money by being single.
Men don't really approach women in the wild anymore. This is something that is very common. We all know this at this point. Dating apps, shout out. I understand it can be intimidating, but I just got a really good compliment. And it wasn't even like a good compliment. It was just like a good segue to like have a conversation. This guy, very kindly, I could see him staring at me and I'm like, oh, here we go, you know? And he just goes, I really like your dress. And that was it. And then he left me alone. And if he had kept going with the conversation, would I have talked to him? Yeah, because that was normal.
He did nothing wrong, wasn't creepy or cheesy, and she still came online to talk about him. These women must have missed the hashtag #MeToo movement. That's why they're confused about why men don't approach anymore. We don't want to be called creeps. It has nothing to do with it being intimidating. Don't flatter yourself.
Help me figure this out. I think I'm pretty cute, but nobody ever hits on me. And I go out. I go to places by myself. I'm not expecting anybody to pay my bills or pay for my dinner, but nobody ever hits on me. Look, I'm alright. Why? And don't be like, oh, don't say I'm intimidating. It's because they're intimidated, right? So
If a man you find attractive approaches you, you think he's flirty. But if a man you don't find attractive approaches you, he's a creep and should be behind bars. Attractiveness is subjective. No sane man is going to risk checking if you find him attractive or not. Too much to lose, too little to gain. No thank you.
I barely get men to come up and talk to me. I start to second guess myself sometimes because I be like, damn, they sit there and stare and stare and stare, but never make a move. Like, and one thing about me, baby, I'm very old school. I am not going to open the door for you and, come talk to you or come over and be like, hey, you staring at me, whatever. Because I feel like if you do not have the audacity or even the balls, the nice way to put it, to come and approach me, you couldn't lead me or my household. Just saying. So ladies, tell me, am I the only one who experiences this? Because men do not approach women these days, or they're expecting you to approach them. I'm not sure which one.
It's a felony nowadays. No man with sense is going to jail for a female he just met. It's crazy out here. It's not safe for men anymore. We have families to feed, and we don't want to start losing our jobs.
I don't know if men know this, but staring at women and not saying anything is actually very strange. Like, it happens to me quite a lot where I will see a man staring at me and I'm like, okay, let me not get an ego. Like, maybe he's not really looking at me, but it's like, no, like, I feel you watching me and won't speak to you the entire night. And it's just like, first of all, when y'all do that, I'm thinking, first thing I think, I'm like, is there something on my face? Is there something wrong? Like, do I look crazy? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, but then I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, is there beef? Then my next thing is like, is there beef? Do I know you somehow? Like, is there something? what's happening, and then they won't say anything, and I think that's so crazy because like it's just better to state what's the vibe, like what's up. Even if you get rejected, at least I know why you were staring at me now, and like just can have like a piece of. And it's not always that you're gonna get rejected. Like sometimes I'm cool to flirt back, and we can just flirt for fun, but stare and don't say anything the whole night.
God forbid a guy sees a pretty flower but doesn't want to pick it. Look and admire, but keep it pushing. She said, even if we get rejected. We're used to rejection. A lot of men would have been okay with approaching and moving on after a woman tells him no. But it's 2025. Every man knows that the worst she can say is far from no. Women are so mean nowadays.
Let me ask y'all women something real quick. Like, when y'all really going to meet good quality, decent human men? Like, I keep hearing go to happy hour, go out by yourself, like don't be with a group of women because men intimidated and they won't approach you. But seriously speaking, like, have y'all been out recently and a guy has come up to you and introduced himself to you and just been kind? I feel like men are just not menning anymore. Like, they are looking for a woman to help with everything and they want to be chased. Like, what happened and when did it happen? I feel like some type of bulletin went out and they all received an email or something that said, now it's our time to be chased. We are the prize. Like, what the fuck? Seriously.
Ladies, there's absolutely nothing intimidating about any of you. Men work on exploding devices, at heights, deep underground, deep underwater, and for some reason, you think we're intimidated? The dating scene has been devastated by hoe inflation.
Sometimes I wonder if the dating life was this bad like 20 years ago, because it's like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. But I really don't understand how any of these men are gonna get married one day, because it's like they always sexualize us or like don't want to take us serious at all. Like they just want to be friends with benefits until they're like 40. Like, and I go out, guys. I go out. I go to the gym. I do things outside. I go to school and I still don't see anybody or meet anybody. So I'm like confused. Like, where the hoes? Where the hoes? Where the hoes?
For people who claim they don't need a man, you women sure do complain a lot about needing or wanting a man in your lives. Make up your damn minds.
All right, I have a question for the single men on this app. I was talking to a friend of mine and I said something to the fact that men don't approach me. Men will stare at me. They will stare, but men do not approach me. And my male friend said that's because a lot of times if there is an attractive woman, men will assume that she has someone, will assume that she has a person already, and they don't like to be turned down. So instead, they won't approach you. So I want to know from the single men that are on this app, is that fact?
If you walk past a cat and it scratches you 8 out of 10 times, you kind of avoid walking past it again, if that makes sense. Women will come with a list of unbelievable expectations. Call men thirsty, some are crazier than cat shit, need a cover charge just to talk to you, and give us mixed signals. I could keep going, but never mind.
Here's what I think about when it comes to men approaching women. Why don't you do it more often? Honestly, I'm getting sick of everyone being like, well, women have just shoved us out so hard where they don't want to be approached anymore. I'm like, okay, listen. First of all, you can tell a vibe if it's there or not immediately, right? A guy came up to my friend and I at Boondocks and he was like, are you guys from here? And we're like, yeah, or we're not from here, but like live here now. And whenever you go to Boondocks in Scottsdale, you know they're going to be surrounded by bachelor parties, okay? So like, just keep your eyes open, keep everything peeled. Like you're going to probably be around some guys that are trying to like, look to just be there, hit it and quit it, which is, you know, I mean, good for you. He came in and he was like asking us where they should go. And we're like, you don't have anything planned? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, that just seems like wrong, and it seems like an excuse for you to come up to us. But like, we weren't mean to him. We were just like talking to him. Like, it was a conversation. I think like, if you just go up to a woman and have a conversation, why not just try it? I don't get it. DeFalco's in Scottsdale. I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm a confident, outgoing person. I really do have no problem going up to someone, but like, I want to see if a man has confidence and comes up to me, because that's what I ultimately find sexy. You know, like, if you have confidence and you have a good personality and you come up to me and you have no problem doing it and having a conversation, like, I'm into it. I think that's really sweet. Obviously, it depends how the conversation goes. If I can read that you're just kind of like a weirdo after that, like, then I'm going to be like, okay, swerve, right? But if you can hold a conversation, then most likely I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, how you doing? I don't plan to meet the love of my life at a bar, but you never know. It's just getting to a point where I'm like, wow, men and women really are not speaking at bars anymore. It's everything I wanted and more. You would have thought I haven't eaten in days. What the fuck?
Trying to shame men into approaching isn't going to change anything. Why is it so difficult for women to understand that a lot of men don't want to? It's not fear, it's choice. Leave it at that. Stay single and move on. Unless we are the attractive type for that woman, it won't work. That's all for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click on the notification bell to know when I drop a new video. Bye.